It's really one thing to discover non-dual unity and non-dual freedom, while we're on a retreat or during an experience of meditation. But it's a whole nother thing to awaken to this in a deep way and to experience it in a practical life, in a life while raising children, while being married or in a committed relationship, while going to work and having a vocation. And so to me, it doesn't really mean much if we've had an experience, a radical experience of awakening. But this awakening doesn't show up in our everyday life while raising children, while going to work. Sometimes I'm asked, Craig, is it possible to experience spaciousness when we're, talking to our wife or shopping at the supermarket or, while raising your kids? It's not possible, is it? And I say, it absolutely is possible. If you walk into a big box store like something as silly as Walmart, can you feel the vast spaciousness within Walmart? When you step outside the door of Walmart, can you experience the vast spaciousness of the sky that's all around you? To me, wherever I walk, it seems as if my consciousness is as big as the room. That's just what the direct experience is. It doesn't go away if we go shopping. It only goes away if we go shopping if we choose to again step back into ego and allow ourselves to be limited in that way. And the same is true with meeting a family member, a wife, or our child. If we see our children as burdens, if we see them as something that, as some kind of imposition to us that we have to raise these kids, well, to me, it's a crazy way to live. To be in this world and to not meet our children with love, not meet our wives or our partner with love, not to meet our family members or in-laws with love. And so, what does that take? Well, it takes someone who's willing to slow down, to descend into our heart, to see the beauty all around us, to see the beauty looking out of the eyes of your teenage daughter, to see the beauty looking out of your eyes of your wife. I had a funny experience early on when I first met my partner, and she was giving me a hard time about something, and she was pretty angry. I probably dropped the ball in one way or another. But I just stopped, and as I was looking at her, I saw this absolute beauty radiating off her skin. This absolute innocence looking out of her eyes. And some people have said to me, well, Craig, it helps that your wife is really beautiful. And I said, yes, it does. It does help, but also it doesn't make a difference. In that moment, she was angry. And normally when someone's angry at us, our ego comes forward and we meet their ego with our ego. And we step out of reality and step into this other thing that people often refer to as marriage. But for me, that's not what a true marriage is. A true marriage is us being willing to open our hearts and to see the absolute divinity of whoever it is we're speaking with. Whoever it is that's right there before us. And experience this sense of communion, experience this sense of love, experience this sense of intimacy. And see, from that place of the open heart, it's easy to hear what they have to say. And in that moment, I think my partner wanted help cleaning the house. And she wanted some help with the dishes. And so it's like, of course, I'd be happy to help. But see, if we're all lost in our mind and we're not seeing life through the lens of our heart, it's easy for us to argue back, to fight back, to not see the truth of a situation. I also have I have a teenage daughter and a 2-year-old in my house right now. And so from one perspective, it could be a total nightmare. You have a teenage daughter who's difficult and a baby who's difficult. I could quite easily want to run away to a monastery. And those thoughts do occur, if I'm not in my heart. But if those thoughts do arise, they say, oh, why am I wanting to run? Why am I wanting to leave? Why am I wanting to avoid? Oh, it's because I'm not in my heart. So as I drop into my heart and I see my teenage daughter, oh, she just needs some help with this. She just wants some of my attention. She's just asking her father for some love. Can I show up fully and love her? If I'm trying to get some work done on my computer, and my 2-year-old wants to come up and press all the buttons on my MacBook, can I stop and pick her up and hold her and feel the warmth and the aliveness of her being? Can I let her poke me in the eye and wake me up? Can I see her beauty and experience this absolute wonder and mystery right before my eyes? And so to me, family life is an incredible thing. Going to work is an incredible thing. Having struggles in this world is an incredible thing, because all of it wakes us up. It wakes us up to these greater aspects of ourselves. And I could even say that something as terrible as global warming is life saying to us, please come forward. Look at how you're living. Change. And so it's beautiful that the intelligence of the universe is always here, coming to us, speaking to us, inviting us to come forward and to become something greater than what we know ourselves to be.